Chat GPT and AI language is taking the world by storm, and with a combination of excitement and fear. Well, joining me live is e-commerce coach and entrepreneur Kelly Slessor. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi.
This is a very exciting but scary avenue, and you've been working in it for well over 10 years. So tell us, what is Chat GPT first of all?
Well, ChatGPT is kind of a consumer-based model, so it's open to everyone. And what it allows us to do is create content, create technology at a really fast pace. It allows us to input prompts, so input information, and get masses of pieces of information back out of it.
So, okay, we've got a bit of a demonstration to show people on the telly there, because, I mean, you basically can just put something in and it just types it away. There you go. So
yeah,
an example would be a media release, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're seeing actually is a piece of content like an email marketing campaign, especially in retail, email marketing campaign, newsletter, a PR release that used to take 5 to 6 hours to produce. It's actually only taking 30 minutes to produce. So we're saving a lot of time and money using these tools.
Saving a lot of time and money, but a lot of people are concerned about job losses and IP.
Absolutely.
And all that, and whether it's correct or not.
Absolutely. So there's so many issues with it. You know, I'm the eternal optimist. There's the ethical issues, there's the legal implications, there's IP, stealing people's IP. I think, AI plus human is nirvana. You can't just produce a piece of content using an AI tool and expect that to be, the best piece of content. You have to inject human into that. So I think where we combine the two, the AI technology and the human, that's where we're going to get great pieces of information out of it.
We see what's happening online with certain platforms, very dangerous sort of conditions, misinformation and the like. This seems to be going through leaps and bounds, this AI technology, ChatGPT. What do we have to do in terms of government regulations?
Yeah, and I think the scary thing is we don't actually know what it can produce yet. We don't actually know the implications going forward in the future. So from a government regulation point of view, we've got to jump on it quickly, and we've got to actually put some regulation in place around it. For me, though, the exciting part is, if you think about the Industrial Revolution, when the farmer started driving the tractor, the farmers that survived and thrived were the ones that actually jumped on the tractor, not the ones that continued to hand sow all of their seeds.
Yep, so you've got to move with the times, but hopefully we have the regulations that are needed. The recent federal budget, a lot of startups have expressed that there wasn't a great deal of money in this sector. There's a lot of missed opportunities. Do you think we need to see more money?
Absolutely. This is a pivotal point in history, and it is a pivotal point in our history in that, again, going back to Industrial Revolution, that made millionaires, it made economies, it changed the industries. And this is another pivotal point that needs investment. There is an opportunity for Australia to be the leading country in this space, but it does need and require education and investment.
We're hearing a lot of students perhaps enjoying it, getting a lot of assignments done. Maybe their content isn't correct, and maybe they're not meant to at the moment. But, not just students, of course, but people in the film industry, for example, they're on strike overseas, and they're certainly worried about their IP and creativity being lost.
Again, I come back to, if you've got a human, the person that's going to create the best imagery on, some of the AI platforms is someone that's been used to creating imagery themselves. So a photographer, the person that's going to create the best content is a journalist. So actually, if you pair those two together, I think that it reduces the fear.
And I guess if you wind back the clock and you think of electronic music, for example, a lot of musicians were in fear of that. And again, they have lost jobs, but then you have different careers like DJs and electronic music directors and so forth.
And there's a lot in the music space that's happening. There's some regulations coming in around IP. The EU have just announced some regulations around IP and, using IP in AI. So we're going to see some changes in that.
And are you concerned about people losing jobs? I mean, it happens, obviously, with technology and change, but is there going to be a big loss?
Absolutely. But the upside of that is there's going to be a lot of job creation as well. So we're already seeing things like engineering prompts. We're already seeing things like AI copywriters. You know, we're going to see a lot of jobs that are created out of this as well.
Are we seeing them in TAFE and universities coming forward as well?
We are seeing the education system, you know, embracing this and developing more courses around this. And we're actually, you know, we're seeing that here and overseas as well.
And I know you do a lot of your own masterclasses, and you have one coming up.
Yeah, I have one coming up for retail. So there's one Wednesday the 17th. It's a 2-hour masterclass, and this is a real practical, here's how to use AI. Because I think a lot of what's out there in the press at the moment is very theoretical, but this is a how to use it to create content, to reduce the time taken to actually produce emails, and then to increase your speed and your revenue.
And what has the success been so far that you've seen?
Well, we tried it. We've been testing it with a lot of retailers. So we tried it with one retailer, and within 10 days, we produced 1,000 pieces of content, and we increased their organic search, so traffic to their website, by 200%.
Wow, gosh, it's very exciting but scary at the same time, and fascinating to watch it. And again, you've been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah, and it's you know, the things we could do 10 years ago, you know, it took me 2 years to develop an AI platform 10 years ago. It would take me about 2 months to develop the same platform today.
Incredible. Great to see you. Thank you so much.
Lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
And happy Mother's Day.
Same to you.
What have you done this morning?
My boys cooked me breakfast.
Oh, lovely. What did you have?
And they cooked me bacon and avocado, and and they spoiled me this morning.
Oh, that's lovely. Do they normally cook for you?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Fantastic. And you've got a good afternoon planned?
I have a lovely afternoon of playing soccer, actually.
Oh, there you
and
go.
the boys are coming to watch.
You're good at soccer, aren't you?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, excellent. Multi-talented. Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks for having me.